Have you ever written a character who's doing a lot? They're moving through scenes, they are reacting to things, they are involved in what is happening, but still, somehow, they feel very passive, like the story is happening to them instead of because of them. This was a lesson I learned early on, and it was really a big aha moment. It's a really common pattern I see in manuscripts that almost work because the character isn't inactive, but they're not actually driving the story either. And that's a huge distinction. And it's something that's so important to the forward momentum of a story, but more importantly, to a character and their development. This video is part of my Diagnosing the Problem series, where we take a look at common writing issues and break them down into three parts: how to recognize the problem, what is actually causing it, and how to fix it in your own work. Because most writing advice does tell you what is wrong, but not necessarily how to see it clearly or what to do next, like how to fix it. And, that's kind of the most important part, right? If we haven't met before, I'm Melissa Bourbon. I've written more than 35 novels in various genres over the years, many national bestsellers, and both in my own and manuscripts I've worked with, I've seen this problem come up again and again and again. Passive characters don't come from a lack of action. They come from a lack of decision making, and that is huge. I think if you get that into your mind, it's going to be a game changer. Okay, let's break it down. How do you recognize this in your own work? This is where a lot of people, I think, get tripped up because the character is doing things. It doesn't look like that's a problem necessarily at first. So, how do you sort of spot it? How do you figure out that that is a problem that's existing in your manuscript? Here's what it looks like on the page. The character maybe reacts to events instead of initiating them. They go along with what other people suggest. They wait for something to happen before actually acting. So their choices don't change the direction of the scene. As a reader, in this type of a situation, you feel like the story is moving, but not because of the character. It's like you're watching events unfold instead of following a person who is making choices. And that is a pretty huge signal. It's not that the character is weak. It is that the character isn't driving the change yet, because it is fixable. Okay, let's look at an example. Let's say a character gets fired. They are upset, they go home, they think about what they're going to do next. Yes, things are happening, right? But the character hasn't made a decision yet. Things have been happening to them. But what if we kind of shift it a little bit? They get fired and immediately decide to prove their boss wrong. Now the story has a different direction because the character is making a decision to do something. The character has created the next steps, not just reacted to what has happened. Okay, now let's diagnose the problem here. Most writers think I need to give my character more to do, but that is actually not the issue at all. What is actually happening is this. The real issue is that the character is present in the scene, yes, but they are not, again, making meaningful decisions that are going to affect what happens next in the story. They are simply responding or reacting. They are not making choices that drive the momentum, that drive the story, that drive, the next steps. So the readers don't connect to activity, they connect to agency, and that's what is missing. This is a pattern I see. It shows up a lot in early drafts with clients that I work with my freelance editing. The writer sets things up. Maybe there's a strong premise, an interesting situation, external conflict, all things that we need, right? These things are happening, though, around the character. The character hasn't taken ownership of the story. So while the story does move forward, yes, it doesn't feel driven. The character doesn't have agency. They are not driving the story. Okay, why does this happen? Let's look at why this happens. This isn't a skill problem for you, the writer. It is usually a development problem within the writing process. So writers will build the world and conflict and events before they fully define what the character is willing to do about it. And that is huge. The story is just existing, but the character kind of hasn't stepped into it yet. It's like Luke Skywalker before he actually takes action. He's just like circling there on Tatooine, kind of living life in a way that he doesn't want to. It's only when he steps into his role of becoming a Jedi, his goal, that he takes agency and starts to drive the story. It's that crossing the threshold moment in that situation. All right, let's look at how to fix it now. Here are a few techniques, things you can do to help your character become a decision maker. Here's the first technique. Identify the decision point in the scene. Go to a scene, any scene, and ask, where does the character make a decision? Not react, but actually decide something. If you can't point to a moment where they choose to do something, then that's where passivity is coming from. That's why this person is a passive character. If you can identify that point, here's what you do. You add a decision. It can be even, a super small one, like choosing to stay instead of leaving, or choosing to lie instead of telling the truth, or choosing to act instead of waiting. These are small decisions, right? But decision creates movement for that character, and it gives them some power, that agency. Technique 2 is to make the decision change something. Decisions matter only if it affects what happens next. That's really, really important. Decisions only matter if it impacts what happens next. So what do? Ask yourself, if the character made a different choice, would the scene change? If the answer is no, then the decision isn't doing enough work and you need to strengthen it. You want to make it redirect the scene even slightly. If the decision changes nothing, then there is no point to it. Third technique is to shift from reaction to intention. And this is truly the most important one. So instead of writing what the character does next, write what the character is trying to do. Before the action, you want to clarify, what are they trying to achieve in this moment? What are they trying to avoid? These two things. What are they trying to achieve? What are they trying to avoid? And then let the action come from that. That is what turns movement into agency, decision-making on that character's part. So if your character feels passive, if you feel like they are not actually making decisions that are driving the story forward, then you want to find decision points. You want to make sure decisions change something in the story, the direction of the story, and you want to anchor the scene in intention. That is where your character's agency comes from. Here's the big takeaway I want you to just keep in mind. Passive characters aren't necessarily inactive. They're just not making decisions that shape the story. Once you make sure they do that, then everything is going to start moving differently. It's going to change the direction of your story, and it's going to change the power of that character. It's going to facilitate their growth, which is what we need to happen. It's what readers are going to connect with. Okay, if this helps you see your writing a little bit more clearly, make sure that you are subscribed to my channel, Bourbon and Books. This series is all about diagnosing common problems, understanding why they happen, and then giving you practical ways to fix them in your actual work. Once your character starts making decisions, the next thing that actually shows up is this. The character is active, but maybe they still feel flat. That's what we're going to look at next. So be on the lookout for that next week. Why characters can still feel one-dimensional even when they're doing more. The bottom line is small moments shape the reading experience. So keep going with the next video in this series, and I'll see you next week.
You need keep working just to get it.